Young hustlers around the world, regardless of your age, let's keep that hustle young. Grant Cardone here. It's Thursday. I'm back in the U.S. and the A, and I am happy to be in Miami today. Hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about you. We're talking about you. What does this concept of think big mean? This is what I wanted to know when I was 25 years old. Male or female, okay? Regardless of your age, regardless of your profession, if you do not embrace this idea of giant think and giant actions. This is exactly what the 10X rule was about, and probably why that book has become so popular amongst men and women around the world. This think big thing I want to go over today, and I want to explain to you what it means. Now, let me just say this real quick. The old saying, go big, what is it? Go big or go home. Now, you need to change that from go big to go home. Johnny, you got to be on mic when we do these shows. Go big or go home. You need to change that to go big or go bigger. Let's just not have an option to go home anymore, okay? Number one, no options on not going big. Now, to go big, let me tell you the problem with all these books that are written about think big, go big, do big, you got to go bigger. All of it's just quotes. It needs to be backed up by a strategy, okay? So when I say go big, let's say you have $10,000 in the bank and you're trying to plan on how to put money in, or you got 10 million. I got a lot of my buddy friends sitting on 10 big ones, and they think, oh, I'm so good at math, until they get around somebody that's sitting on 150 million in the bank trying to figure out how to make a move to 600 million, and then all of a sudden this person gets squashed. This person right here is giving up, and this person right here gave up. You understand? This person right here, struggling to put $1,000 together, $10,000 together, $100,000, whatever the number is. Do I have a big shine on this, Johnny? It looks like I do. Okay, this person is giving up every day. You're giving up because you're sitting there saying to yourself, oh my gosh, this is so hard. Oh, I can't get to the next level. Oh, I'm just a waiter. Oh, I'm just a plumber. Oh, the economy. Oh, my boss is cheap and I can't figure out. Oh, I don't like sales. Oh, nobody has money. Oh, my product, whatever. You're coming up with reasons to give up every day. This person right here is giving up by making sense of, it's just another excuse in reverse. By making sense, I got 10 million, the kids are taken care of, I'm ready for retirement. All you people out there, ladies and gentlemen, you're sitting on 10 million, 5 million, 1 million. You need to, number one, if you want to think big or think bigger, you must, number one, most importantly, you must operate, okay? You must operate like your life depends on it. Okay, life threatened. I operate best when I am under a threat. Time threat, financial threat, threat to lose something. There's got to be a loss for you to stay on your game. This is why I tell so many people, get your money out of the bank and get it back into the marketplace. Do not have cash sitting in the bank. Cash in the bank is exactly what your mom and daddy told you it was. It is an emergency, a security blanket. Why Johnny has money in the wall of his house is because he first had this idea, I'm going to put money there to avoid the IR and the S. And number two, I'm going to have it there just in case I need it. I go get me a little 2 inches or whatever I need of it, okay? Johnny's got to get that money out of the wall, out of the bank, okay, and back into the system so it pays him. So number one, you got to operate like you're under threat. Two, you must think in terms of 10X. You have to think about expansion, exponential moves. So whether it's 10,000 you have, 100,000 you have, I'm just talking about money for a second, or whether it's a $10 million, okay, maybe it's a charity that you raised, last year you raised 100,000 for Make-A-Wish, okay, and you're like, what are we going to do this year? We got to beat last year. We got to beat it. Yeah, but why don't you not beat it? Why don't you stomp it in the ground and act like it was dumb? That's exactly what I've done with my businesses for the last 7 or 8 years. The first 20 years, I thought small. I acted small. I tried to preserve my position. Okay, number one, you have to give up your position. You must give up your position. Number two, the second thing I've done over the last 7 or 8 years is exponentially just grown all my brands, my name, my recognition, the businesses, the top line. I have been willing to put money at risk to 10x my business. All right. So, for instance, I'll give you one more example. We're going to start taking phone calls. We did an event. I came out of an event. I was upset because there was 200 people at the event. And I walked out of the event, and the guy hired me, paid me $50,000. It was like $250 a person, paid me $50,000. And then the cat complained because he's like, oh, Grant, the audience loved him, but Grant didn't talk about real estate. There was no real estate people in the room, my friend. Okay, you paid me. 200 people there. I got to satisfy him. You already paid me. I got to satisfy them now. Okay. So I delivered a presentation. I came back. The guy was upset about it. I said, Sherry, let's do our own event. I'm not going to do these events anymore. In fact, you're going to see me do 3 events this year. I'm doing the Meadowlands, New Jersey in June, the end of this month. Where else am I going? I'm going to Columbus, Ohio in July.
Phoenix, Arizona.
And Phoenix, Arizona. 3 events that I'm doing in the United States. And I'm going to do 1 event in Atlanta. So I lied. 4 events the rest of the year. The reason I'm telling you that is because we needed to solve a problem. When I get money and people complain, that's a problem. I don't want problems. Problems come because your think's too small. The way you solve the problem is you don't try to fix this one event. You change the event. So the next event we did had 2,200 people, and it was our event. I took 77 days, sold every one of these tickets. This guy paid me, I think he paid me, I don't know, $100,000 to go do this event, or $50,000, whatever the number was. Okay, everybody's like, oh my God, you get paid $50,000, fly across the country, talk for 1 hour. And he's telling me that. We paid you $50,000 to talk for 1 hour. I went and did a deal for 3 days, and they paid me, what did we make on that deal? I don't know, $3 or $4 million. Okay, see, by 10xing this, by saying, hey, look, we're not going to do 200, we're going to do 2,200. By adding zeros, everything changed. I was no longer worried about one guy complaining, 200 people happy or not happy, $50,000 and the cost to get across the country and be away from my kids. I was able to pick the location. It solved the problem. When you start thinking 10x, go big or go bigger.
Go bigger.
Scratch it out, 10x. Okay, go 10x. When you start making these kind of moves, our next event, by the way, guess what? I do what I preach. 35,000 people. Everybody was like, how you going to 10x that? I didn't 10x it, I 14x'd it. So you got to think about, now, how do I do that again? How do I talk to 350,000 people next time? They got stadiums that big, don't they? Or do they?
They sure
I don't know, that's a big stadium, okay? But it starts making me think about, wow, what do I need to do, okay? How do I need to talk to that many people? Does it need to be at one time? Do I need my own TV channel? Oh, maybe I need a show. I need a TV show. And then I could talk to 350,000 people every night of the week. Who? What would the show be, by the way? Post in comments. Johnny, what would the show be? Give it a title. Give it a name. What TV show would Grant Cardone do?
How to Get Rich with Grant Cardone.
No, that's terrible, Johnny. That's terrible. All right, so anyway. I'm giving you a little, I'm probably getting ahead of myself. This is Young Hustlers Thursdays. Every Thursday we do this from Miami. Jared's in Mykonos today. And you know what I tell Jared every day? First thing I tell him every morning. When you gonna make $1 million a month, son? When you hey punk man. You go call Jared Punk Man when you see him. Say Grant Cardone called you Punk Man. When you gonna make $1 million a month? Forget about $1 million a year. Okay, make $1 million a month. Everybody needs to think bigger, go bigger. Natalie, she's over there. What'd you make? A couple $100,000 last year? What a damn shame. Okay, she needs to start thinking about how would I go from $150,000 a year. She's probably so happy with herself right now. This is the most money I've ever made in my life. People around her saying, oh my God, you're doing so good, Natalie. This is great. Okay. Kayla goes back to Wisconsin. Oh my God, you work for that maniac, that barbaric Grant Cardone. That guy must be tough to work for. But she's getting paid good money. And they're all, oh my God, you're doing so good, Kayla. Kayla needs to think about how can she 10X? How do you do that? Right? How do you go from being a personal assistant, making $100,000 a year, let's say. I don't know what Kayla makes. Okay, it's below my pay grade. I don't need to know that. How does she start thinking about how do I turn this into $1 million? Regardless of whether she's 20 or her position or wherever, how can she multiply time? How can she multiply money? How can she multiply opportunity? Go big or
Go
bigger.
bigger.
Get rid of this go home option. Okay, I don't know who gave you guys this option. That's not an option. I can't go home. I have to go bigger. And by the way, I'm not interested in home. I'm interested in prosperity and paradise. I'd like to never go home. We did 9 countries in 34 days. I got to tell you, we didn't even want to come home. We're like, let's add another country. Let's go to Cambodia. What's over there?
The prince.
Iran. Let's go to Iran. Okay, let's talk to our callers. Thank you for watching today, by the way. Cynthia, the best audience in the world are women, by the way. Let me just say that the best audience in the world, our best customers, our best clients, our most satisfied clients are always the woman.
I agree, Grant. I agree.
How could you not? I mean, look, women are they're more grateful for everything you do for them. They're just lovelier species.
I think that we're just naturally very receptive.
Yeah, well, you know, it's an interesting thing because I think men are less. I think that men have an ego that says I can't take help, and women are like, hey, I do want help and direction for some reason. It's just easier. What's going on today?
I agree. Grant, I want to thank you so much for talking with me today. It's such a compliment and it's such a gift. And Natalie, thank you for taking my call. I kind of have a couple of questions to run by you. One would be, what are some tricks to keep yourself at peak state like every second of the day? Because in my sales job, I work about 11.5 hours every day, Monday through Sunday. So, you know, a couple minutes that you're off, it can cost you hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Okay, so look, yeah, what's the second question?
The other question is, since I'm like a super highly sensitive, empathetic person, and I'm in sales, a lot of the times I feel I destroy myself, like break myself down over it rather than allowing it to build me up. So how can I turn that gift into something that can propel me, not destroy me? Because I've heard that it can definitely be great in the sales environment.
Yeah, so number one, the peak state thing, how do you stay, particularly if you're doing 11 hours on phone calls and you're in a sales position, because it's very difficult going through all that rejection, disappointment. I'll tell you a little trick that I used. I guess I was 28, 29 years old. I would never put the phone down. So what I did was, number one, I got there before everybody else. So by the time everybody got to work, I'd already been doing an hour. Like you just couldn't keep up with the machine because you're going to your meeting for the first thing in the morning. I've already done an hour. Like I've role played. I've already been there an hour. I've already been on the phone. I've already left messages. I'm calling people that they're not even up yet. I'm calling people before they even pick up the phone. Sometimes I do that just to get that energy going, right? So never put the phone down. Like I do not add time between my last experience and my next experience. Move on to the next thing. After going to these 9 countries, one thing that I learned was if you always have something in front of you, you won't be depressed. You won't be let down. Just move on to the next thing. And so too often we see people have some great experience in their life. They win something or go someplace or have a vacation. They come back depressed. The reason they come back depressed is they didn't have something in pulling them forward to the next thing. So I would just take time out between experiences, the good or the bad experience. You know, I've had positive experiences that actually caused me more problems than the the negative experience that caused me problems. So the other thing on the empathetic thing, okay, look, you have to figure out, and the solution here for me is finances. I can be empathetic with someone, but I have to be so financially driven that I am willing to. I remember a man told me, actually it was a lady told me once, she's like, look, we just can't afford this and we have too many payments. And I'm like, I totally understand, I totally got it, and I want to solve your problem. Okay? But what was guiding me was not my empathy or my sense of obligation to just simply help her. What was driving me was my mission to help myself. Now, some people will take this wrong, but you must be connected to your purpose to take care of yourself and your family. And that has to be the guiding light. It has to be the thing that pulls you forward all the time, and not get distracted by somebody's empathy, so that what you end up doing is you end up discounting your products to solve their problem. Okay? Her problem was not that she spent too much money. Her problem was that she doesn't make enough money. So it really changed the way I think about, hey, I'm going to get my share, and I'm going to solve her problem, okay? I'm going to solve one problem anyway. I'm going to get her the product she needs without me suffering. You know, Mother Teresa, as awesome as Mother Teresa was, why did she have to be like, everybody says she was really poor, and I don't know that to be true. I don't really know anything about her. But why not help people and have what you need? I don't think she was poor, by the way. I think she just didn't need money. Well, you don't need money if everybody's paying for the bills, right? So if everybody's paying for your stuff, you don't need money. Now, so Cynthia, I would just say, look, you got to really spend more time. Don't spend any more time on empathy. You got that figured out. That is a gift. Don't strengthen that. What you need to strengthen now is your resolve to take care of yourself, that you deserve money, that you deserve success, that people that people should be closing with you sooner and faster. And this requires training. You got to build that muscle.
Wow, that is so clear.
Good. So let me know. I want to hear from you in like next week. Call us back. I want to know what happened for you. All right. See, I never get off track here. You know, I'm gonna tell you, in our business, I came back. We're doing a webinar for a real estate webinar in 2 or 3 weeks. People in there are coming up with all these ideas. I'm like, guys, you're off track again. Okay, you're off track. Stay focused on the main thing. If the business doesn't monetize, you don't have a business. I've already helped enough people. I'm a good dude. I help anybody, anytime. I need to make money in the company. My department needs to make money. The division needs to make money. You should be bringing your boss leads every day. If you're not in a money position, bring your boss leads or the department leads or opportunities so that the business can make money. I've been saying this for 10 years now. Every department, every accounting department, shipping person, personal assistant should be bringing the department leads. I got a lead. We got a deal. This guy wants to do this. This guy wants to do that. Look, they're willing to give us money. That is going to help your business. And too many people have that way down, out of sight. To go big or what?
Go bigger.
You can't go bigger if you don't have bone. No bone, no bigger.
Bone up.
Okay? Everywhere we went, whether it was Thailand at $2 an hour or whether it was Singapore and they make $40 an hour, everywhere we went, they required money. There was not one hotel I checked out of, not one airport that we flew into where money wasn't involved. It was either money and who do you know, or it was money and who you know. But it was never one or the other. It was never, there was no money involved. We couldn't get to Thailand even though we had the money. We didn't know somebody that could open up the airport. We should have just flown in. So we're coming in anyway. We're coming in hot.
I didn't know.
We're coming in hot. Who is this plane coming in? We're going to shoot it down. I'm like, let's go for it, Lanny. I'll get some media. Okay, my social media just blow up.
Live stream.
It's true.
Okay.
All right, you got Wilfredo.
Wilfredo, what's going on? Thank you for being on hold, buddy. What's your question about go big or go bigger?
Yeah, go bigger, man. Go bigger.
Go big.
I'm working for America right now, and I'm trying to go bigger.
Yeah, let's do
Like
it.
I don't want to stay on my level.
Let's do it.
So here's the thing. With prospecting, right? In the coal market, like I'm out there in new cities where I know there's no offices to be able to put an office in there. That's my goal, right? But like I'm hitting gold, like not gold, like cold, like that cold.
Yeah, you're hitting cold traffic. Yeah. So look, is it
how
just
do I
you?
do
Is it just you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get some help,
Should I
man.
bring a team?
Yeah, you need to get some help, but you need to get some help. You need to get an assistant. You need to get somebody to do stuff. So you there's a way to make a cold market warm, right? You need a team. You guys, all of you need a team. You're going to start with Primerica. The entry's cheap. It doesn't cost a lot to get involved, but you need a team. And what happens is you can only knock on so many doors. You can only make so many phone calls. So this is a mistake that I made when I was 25 years old. I wanted to keep all the money for myself. Well, there was no money, right? I was making, everybody needs to understand, Grant has not always been this guy flying in a jet. Okay, I was making $60,000 a year and trying to figure out how to make another 10. Okay, now I make 70. Nothing changed. Your life doesn't change. You got 10 grand left over. What do you do with it? Typically people spend it. That didn't change anything. So I wouldn't hire anybody. I didn't have an assistant. I didn't have anybody doing the stuff I didn't know how to do. Nobody was loading up the CRM. Nobody was calling my customers. I was one little sales guy. I looked around me and there was a bunch of other sales guys and none of them had assistants. So I kept doing what these ignoramus people were doing. And then I looked at businesses. What do businesses do? Oh, they got assistants, they got help, they got support, they got phone lines, they got a business, they got an office, right? So I'm like, I got to get a company. I didn't need to go start my own business. I needed an assistant, okay? I needed somebody else making calls. I needed somebody to collab. You need to start thinking, how could you make 10 times more contacts into that cold market? Today, like no other time, it's more possible through retargeting and social media advertising. It's more possible than ever to get people, to call you, not you just call them, which means you need a budget. That means you need to spend money on marketing and advertising. Okay, for all of you out there, you don't have enough leads coming into you, like, what's his name again? Wolf? The Wolf. You don't have enough leads coming to you, buddy, so you got to do all the work. What you need to do is you should be advertising on social media using Facebook and Instagram. If you're a small business and you want to grow your business, you want leads coming in like Wolf, go to CardoneKern.com, CardoneKern.com. Okay, the fastest launch of any company I've ever had is CardoneKern.com, where we're advertising for you using Facebook and Instagram. We do it for you, and we do geo-targeting so we can actually target markets and create leads for you that raise their hand and say, I'm qualified and I want to spend money. Or I'm interested in Primerica. I'm interested in a second income. That could happen for you, Wolf. So I hope that helps. Next caller.
All right, you got Dylan in Ohio.
Dylan in Ohio. Oh, by the way, best comment's going to win a seat. We don't know who we giving them to. Okay. End of every month, comments on YouTube. We find somebody. Me and Kayla figure out somebody we're going to give a seat to. Natalie sells the seats. We give extra seats to people, all right? 10X Growth Conference will be sold out. Only 4 levels this year. 3 are VIP. 1 executive level. And we got specials today. Price guarantees on everything. If we ever go lower, we'll give you the money back, the difference. Also, today you get hats. You get jackets when you buy. You get, I'll come hug you. I autograph hats. All kind of stuff we're giving people. And you get the recording from last year immediately when you grab your seat today, in addition to the best seating available. This will sell out. Who we talking to? Dylan, what's happening, player?
What's up, my man? First, I want to give a shout out. Thanks for letting me come on the show. Huge fan. But I got to know, man, how do you plan your day? How do you multitask on everything? Right now, I'm working at a dealership. I'm having trouble kind of planning the day, dealing with phone calls, dealing with appointments, follow-up, and handling my social media.
Yeah,
so I'm looking kind of for a plan of attack to help me with that.
Yeah, number one, you got to set priorities right now. You shouldn't have the time. You should be so busy you don't have the time to even hold on the phone for this show. I'm worried about that 12 minutes you've been on hold right now. Look, you have to value time like it's, what I do is I take whatever I'm running short on. Everything for me is like a dynamite stick. And I'm like, the fuse, I got a million things going on right now. The only things I worry about are the fuses that are already lit. It's what's in my face right now. I am a crisis manager, or I'm a chaos manager, or I'm an opportunity manager. Only thing I ever worry about is what's in my face right now. And then the rest of the day, I just keep adding stuff that I have to deal with later. Then I find out I need a bunch of people to clean up the mess. I'm like Chernobyl. I'm a walking Chernobyl without the nuclear waste. I'm watching that movie right now on HBO. Chernobyl?
Yeah, Chernobyl.
Yeah. So look, I create a tremendous amount of activity in front of me, and then I pick up I handle whatever lit fuse is about to blow up in my face. Which Dylan, for in the auto business, what that means is you need 5 appointments a day, pal. And if you don't have 5 appointments a day, you're going to die in that business. You need 5 appointments every day. 5 appointments equals 3 cars. 3 cars, 20 days in a row, 60 units, and then you finally have some financial freedom in the auto business. Without the volume in the car business, you will cease to exist in that business. Tremendous amount of outbound, just like Wolf, a lot of outbound, okay? A lot of social media advertising, a lot of content going out, and you got to stay busy. Hope that helps, Dylan. Thank you for calling in. 10X Growth Conference, February what?
21st,
Don't really
22nd,
matter what
23rd.
February it is. It's next year. So you're like, why would I buy a ticket? June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I'm 7 months out. Trust me. In 70 days, this event will be sold out. In the next 70 days, we will be completely sold out. This is 1/3 the size of our last event. Number one, why'd you go smaller, dude? So I can make it 10X.
Dang.
I'm going smaller on this event so that I can 10X the experience of the people there.
For you.
What?
I was saying for them,
I can't hear it.
Okay.
10X, I want a 10X experience. Sometimes going bigger on an event is not a 10X experience. So we're going to actually go a little smaller on the event, 1/3 the size of last year, and provide you with a 10X experience. 3 levels of VIP seats. 3 levels of VIP seats, and the only other seat you can buy is an executive seat. There's only 1,400 total VIP seats. Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, premiers and diamonds get a special party. VIPs, you get 2 parties. Executives, the entire event is going to be a party, okay? So grab your seat. This will be a sold-out event. Diamonds and premiers, 10X Growth Conference hats, flags, jackets. I need all the equipment.
Can you
okay?
get them some flags and some stuff like that?
Seating, okay? VIP seats. See, these are the wrong tickets.
Executives.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they say the wrong thing.
Executive?
Yeah, all these are wrong. Okay. Next caller. Are we good?
We're good on
Good.
callers.
We good. So jackets, we're going to be giving jackets out. We're going to be giving flags out. We're going to be giving 10X hats out, autographed by your boy GC. We're going to have already a lot of our Cardone Capital investors with us this month actually. We sent out $1.2 million in checks to our investors. So if you haven't invested in Cardone Capital, that is another way to 10X your business. Hey, appreciate you joining us today. Tomorrow is the Cardone Zone. Oh, hats. Incoming hats, bang, autographed by your boy GC. Okay, look forward to seeing the 10X Growth Conference. Do not miss this. Don't put it off. And check out or call my office about how you can be the YouTube winner because your comments are so awesome down below.